Just want to show you how constructors work. Basically, the idea of a constructor is that it'll construct your object for you with a bunch of all predetermined parameters, if you so want. Now, all objects have a constructor in them. The compiler gives them a constructor automatically. It's just invisible. It's behind the scenes, and you can actually override this. So I've got a simple setup here. I'm doing this in one of my NetBeans at the moment, and NetBeans and most of the IDEs use packages, but you can ignore that top clause there and type this bit from here straight to Notepad. It'll work fine. So I've got my main class called robots. This is where the program starts. Remember, you just have one main method in a class, and that's the entry point for a program. And I've just got one other class produced here. This is going to allow me to produce robot objects down here. So if I just fire this off and do robot Billy equals new robot, that will make me a new robot, and then I could do something like Billy dot name. Notice IDs have got a bit of IntelliSense there. They'll show you the things that you've set up here, the members that you've set up inside your classes. Billy.name equals Billy, I suppose. Billy, something like that. And then I could do system.out.println. My name is plus. Where's my plus sign? Billy dot name, something like that. That should work. Okay, so this basically creates a robot called Billy, and it then gets Billy's. We set Billy's name to Billy, and then it goes and gets the name, something like that. If I compile and run that, let's have a look at the window down here, and you can see it then produces that bit of text down the bottom there and says, my name is Billy. Well, you may want to, when you create the robot, give it that name automatically, and the way you do that, if I do, delete those for a second. I'll leave the robot Billy. We're going to create a new robot here. What we do is we give it a constructor. Now, constructors have got to be exactly the same name as the class they're in. So your constructor is basically robot. That is the format of a constructor. Let me just separate that. That is a constructor because it's got nothing in front of it at all. There's no modifiers or anything like that, and it's exactly the same class as the robot. So when you make this new robot up there, it will run whatever we decide to put in this particular bit here. And you can also feed it parameters as well. Notice a couple of brackets there. So we'll feed it something. We'll feed it a string, which is temp name, something like that, and in here we'll say name is equal to that temp name that we've just fed it. And what about doing a system.out.print line live, and my name is, and then plus name, something like that. Okay, so this constructor, when it runs, we're going to feed it a string, which will be its name, and it'll then give that temp bit of string there to this parameter here, string name, and then it'll print out, say, I'm alive, my name is, it'll go get that string. That basically should be what happens there. Just a second. That's the phone going. Just a minute. Okay, sorted that out. Okay, and so what we now need to do is this won't work on its own because it's not using the default constructor. It's now using this constructor here, and this constructor is saying, no, you come to me, you've got to give me a name first. So now there's a red line appeared under here, and in fact the error, I don't know if it's popped up on the screen there, it says it needs a string. It's saying to you, required string, and there isn't any there. So let's feed it the string, which is the There we are. So that should work. If I just run that, when it creates this new robot, the robot constructor will do all the heavy lifting for us. It'll do all the hard work. And if I do F6 to save, compile and run, there we are. It's actually run the constructor. There you can see the constructors run at the bottom. Have a go at that.